very good morning to you guys. Hope you're doing well. We had a very much of a roller coaster today, but we kind of knew to expect it. And so gold had made two buy setups here because they've shorted it against the 21 moving average. So here was the big one at 1900. They really went in and they went like sort of balls deep on their shorts, and so yeah, it caused price to pump. I thought they might because they love their round numbers. I did say in Discord, be careful, because normally what happens is that when we get to the round number, which is a possibility this side, is that it does have a big psychological impact on the herd because they love their round numbers, and a lot of the time that's where they got their stops. So if you're long or short, your stops are going to be at the round number, and it's possibly it wanted to take some stops out there. So currently they are selling it. So I think probably 1970. I've got a sell order at 1970 with a stop at 1980, which okay. I probably am going to get stopped out because it might just want to continue all the way out there, and then that would just completely annihilate the bears. But the thing is, we need the bears around because there wouldn't be a trade otherwise. There has to be two sides of the equation. So I'm not sure we'll go as far as that because the break even was down here. No one can have that drawdown. It'll just completely blow people up and destroy their accounts. So I've got a sell order 1970, stop at 1980. It's a tiny size. It's a 0.5% risk to account. So you use like a tiny micro lot, sell here and then stop here. But my confidence is quite low because the dollar is quite weak. Right? And so we can see they're long on their dollars and they're short a lot of things, but they've gone long AJ and they're long pound crosses. So that is worth noting. If they add to that bias, it's going to mean that it's going to be a greater sell over time, and it looks like they're adding to that bias on pound yen anyway. Be really careful with the BOE. It's supposed to be like a dovish press conference, but I won't be watching the press conferences today. I find them quite boring. The ECB and the BOE, my mind just like goes blank. I don't mind watching Powell because it's quite interesting, but the ECB and the BOE is just too boring. I can't watch them. So I'll be watching the price action, but just not watching the press conference. It's kind of like uneventful most of the time, but Powell really moves the markets, and it can be quite exciting to watch the price action. And we'll have to wait and see. ECB probably going to be a lot more hawkish than the BOE, so euro pound can probably appreciate. So there's the S&P. So we made the buy, and they sold it again. They might go long. If they go long, that's going to be those late bulls are going to get punished. So I don't know what you want to do if you wanted to look for a trade. I probably wouldn't enter right now because we're quite overextended, and these guys might get punished. These late bulls, obviously, that's going to be a key level. Is that spike that high? I would probably wait for this to fall first, and yeah, so be really careful. I mean, you could potentially enter now, but I think it's a bit too late, isn't it, really? And it's possible that these guys, these late bulls, those people who are late to the party might get punished. So we're not that extreme. We could be more extreme, to be honest with you. Be careful. So I can't really give you a recommendation for that. I'd probably say don't trade it, would be my recommendation. Sit on your hands. Likewise with this. They've gone long, so really we should be falling. This is fake because they're going long. See that? That's telling us that 29, 30%, and then 31%. So they are adding longs over time. See? So this is probably fake. So I wouldn't be looking for longs if they're going long. So I think this is going to fall. DAX, wow, that's just bonkers. So but you did make the buy. They sold it here, okay, and that's horrible, isn't it? 23%, a little bit extreme. We can probably get to 20% maybe, and then you're looking for exhaustion and bear destruction, basically. Look at that candle. It's alright if you're long, if you're bullish, that is fine, that would be awesome, but if you weren't, that's going to be account buster. All right, be careful. All right, that's gold. DAX, we've done gold. Euro USD. So he did make the sell, but then they've just like chopped. Went long, they shorted. So very tricky. We're at the round number. I think we would have taken out a lot of stops on this move, so we can look at those on the Patreon video. So my recommendation today is just to be really careful. We made a sell here at 130.35. We had the crossover, and we had another crossover, but then like a bounce off the crossover. So here is another sell. Here, sorry, at 130, 130 area, gone long. And they shorted it. Price went up a little bit, and then they've gone long again. So be careful, and that's that. So Patreon video now. I'm quite looking forward to the weekend, to be honest with you. It's a bit too bonkers for me. And hopefully you guys aren't getting destroyed by this. I don't know if anyone is bearish on this instrument. Hopefully they're not. And don't forget we made a buy. All the way. All the way. Back here. There. That's where we flipped green. At 12400. Wow. Right, so keep on the right side of the sentiment, you should be fine. Had you have caught that and you held on, that would have been the best trade of a lifetime, probably. That profit would have been absolutely ludicrous. So, as for entering now, probably not recommended, but maybe it might be okay. They are selling it, so I would just sit on my hands personally, and we could look for a big retracement in order to buy the next dip. That obviously was the dip to buy back then, but it's probably too late now. Patreon video, like I say, and then I'm going to just be monitoring, I think, and I'm not really sure what's going on with gold. I've got a sell order, like I say, but I've got low confidence on it now, so I'll keep it, but I'll probably get stopped out at 1980. So that's just how it goes. But as long as you're respecting your sizes and how much you're risking into your account and you don't overtrade, then you'll be okay. But you have to try and keep an eye on the sentiment if you can as well. Get a copy of the trading station as well.